Okay, we're going to do 1-point perspective on this page. And we're going to start with a picture plane, making sure that it is all parallel to the sides of the paper. It's good to do a picture plane because it gets you used to creating parallel vertical lines. Now I'm using a clear triangle, but and I will continue with a regular ruler in just a moment. Okay, so 1-point perspective is going to basically have one vanishing point, and what we're going to do is to create, and I'm going to do the rest in pencil. We are going to create 3 boxes, one at the horizon line, one above it, which is what I'm doing right now, and one below it. So we just want to make sure that we are parallel to our picture plane when we draw our transversals. These are our transversals that I just drew. Do another one right on top of, let's see, I'll go about here. So one on the horizon line, where the horizon line splits it, and then another one below the horizon line. Now you can do different shapes, but as long as it's a rectangle or a square, it doesn't matter, and as long as your transversals are all parallel. So notice that I am consistently lining things up to the horizon line and the picture plane. Okay, make sure that's pretty vertical. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and just go to the vanishing point where it makes sense. So wherever you can make a connection to the vanishing point, you're going to. So for example, if I did one here, it would go through the object, so I don't want to do that. And then I'm going to create a side there, and then I'm going to erase the non-essential lines there, so it looks like a shape, like a house or a structure of some sort. We're going to do the same thing over here, and you can draw going through your shape, or you can just stop before you get to the shape. But basically you would draw that line coming up here. I'm going to draw darker here. So I drew it to it, but I just left it light there. So where I'm going through the object, I'm going to keep it light, and then I can go a little bit harder there. And then this corner here is also going to touch the vanishing point. So all of the corners will then have that relationship like that. And then what I want to do is separate those 2 shapes out. So I'll make this not a very deep shape so that I can see it. And I'm going to create a vertical there and a horizontal here. So essentially we're seeing the bottom of that. Okay. And then lastly, we'll do the same thing over here, where we will draw our orthogonal lines from each corner of the shape. Make sure your corners are very clear as to where they start and stop. This one was off. So yeah, you erase a lot when you do perspective drawings, so try to use a light hand when you're doing this. And then I'm going to create that box, making sure that that is parallel to the picture plane. All right, 1-point perspective, done.